Technical issues once again. It only wants me to go portrait. I don't know why. This is extremely annoying. It was fine before, and now it's not. Just quickly adjusting my screen here. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. How is everyone this evening? I hope that you're keeping well. Here in southwestern Ontario, it's really windy and been really raining for the past 2 days, so it's like totally autumnal weather. Hi, I have my laptop over here as always. I'm just checking, making sure everything is working normally. How is everyone doing this evening? Thank you for being here. Thank you for so much for chatting amongst yourselves. And my beautiful moderators, thank you for being here. Could not do this without you, especially after last time. That was insane. Okay, I'm just catching up quickly on the chat, making sure I haven't missed everyone. Hey, Linda, Dragonfly, Nicole. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness, what a crazy time. And I like to thank everyone so much for their patience too. Last Monday was insane. And if you're watching the live stream, then you know why. I'm just gonna turn the chat off on my phone so I won't be getting like double messages here. There we go, that's better. Hi ladies. And I have my beautiful moderators here. They're in the house. So Dragonfly and Nicole. You are my mods. Thank you so much. Could not do this without you at all. Oh, hey, Veronica. Thank you so much for being here. You did make it. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Well, that was a crazy week. I hope everyone really had a great time. Yes, I'm dressing a little bit witchy. A little bit. I had to do it. I mean, it's the season. So let me see. Gosh, there's so much to go over. So I have a few notes for housekeeping I just quickly wanted to go over before we start the evening. Before we start our usually it's a Monday night visit, but this is our Tuesday evening visit. It's amazing. I love how everyone just chats amongst themselves. It's perfect. Exactly what we want. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. So hope everyone's keeping well and safe in all this crazy autumnal weather. I love that word, autumnal. Okay, so I have a few notes I'd like to go over for housekeeping before we start. First of all, thank you so much for being here and welcome. If you are new here, welcome. Yes, my name is Sarah. Yes, I am a coffee drinking tea leaf reader. Been doing this now for just over 13 years, as well as psychic medium readings, and I'm also a UCB Reiki master teacher. Let me see. And yes, thank you so much for all of your patience and understanding for rescheduling. Last week was pretty crazy. Monday night was insane on the chat, but my mods caught me through. And last Thursday I was wanting to go live. That was our plan. And then just I wasn't feeling 100%. Things changed, and I just couldn't do it. And then I think I tried again to do it the Friday night. I think that was my plan, and it just didn't work. So we're doing it for Tuesday night because for those of us celebrating, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. So that was yesterday. So we're sort of getting ourselves caught up tonight on Tuesday. And then on Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be doing the new regular schedule where we're going to be doing audience reading only. So it's going to be really fun. Tonight's going to be a bit of a combination of both. Veronica, yeah, Wednesday afternoon for you. Yeah, it's still a Tuesday evening here, but cool, you're a time traveler. Yeah, so it's oh my goodness, yeah. Oh yeah, you're totally time traveler. So let's get on with things. So yes, I do want to compensate for last Thursday because I didn't want to read for everyone and it just didn't work. So tonight I'll go through all my little notes here, but I will be doing a few audience readings tonight. That's my plan anyway. So yeah, there were a few issues with last Monday's live. If you were there, you know what it is. I won't go into it. Long story short, as you can probably tell, I have not posted that video, and I'm not going to be posting that video for a few reasons, but we'll just leave that there. Just leave it. The quality wasn't that great, and other things were happening over there. So let's see. Just catching up here. Yeah, so tonight I figured it depends on if you are watching and you would like to have a quick 5-minute reading. I was thinking tonight to compensate again for Thursday night, last Thursday, we could do a maximum of 3 readings of 5 minutes. So 3 5-minute tea leaf readings. If you're interested in having one, please let me know, but we'll get into all of that in just a few minutes. So I'm happy to do that. And then on Thursday night, we'll get ourselves caught up. And tonight we'll also do a general weekly tea leaf reading. So again, 3 5-minute tea leaf readings for you lovely friends watching, and also one general weekly tea leaf reading for this week. We'll assume that it's sort of Monday going onwards, but we'll get into that in the reading itself. Quick reminder, as I'm sure everyone watching, you know this already, it's always for entertainment purposes only. The disclaimer is in the description box, a big long disclaimer that I've written. Essentially, please take what you will, leave what you don't. Some, none, or all of the readings, whether it's the general weekly reading or your own reading if you have one tonight, it's always for entertainment purposes only. No replacement for any professional assistance whatsoever. Quick reminder for that. And if you haven't yet already, please do consider subscribing to this channel, as well as maybe liking or ringing that bell for future updates. It really, really helps. I mentioned it in the last reading that we did, the last live that we did last week. I've had a little bit of changes in the count of my uploads, so I will leave that there. However, that's been happening with my channel. So every little bit that you do, it's a huge help. Thank you, and helps to sort of, make things go better. I'll leave it there. I'm saying a lot by not saying what I'm saying. And of course, if you're interested, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account. My Patreon is always a work in progress. I have started the October readings. I do monthly astrological element readings and I've done it for October. I've started October. I think I've done the air reading. I just have to get caught up with the other elements. So I'm working on that. And please always check my community tab, as you know you always do. And last but not least, a huge thank you and a huge shout out to all of my moderators. Last Monday, there was a lot of things happening in the chat, and you were just all so stellar. And I genuinely thank you and appreciate all of your work and all of your help. Really made the whole experience much better and easier. And I thank you so much again for being here as well. Oh, hey, Holistics. Hey, Marcia. Hi, how are you tonight? Thanks so much for being here. This is really fun. Love doing lives. Yes, so let's get into this. So a quick recap. So tonight we're going to be doing, if you're watching and if you're interested, we can do a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading for you. We'll do a maximum of maximum of 3 people. So, and a quick reminder too, so I know this is all kind of new to me as well. So whenever I'm doing a reading from now on, I have my beautiful moderators in the chat monitoring the chat. They're there to interact. They're there to make sure everything goes very smoothly. Thank you so much. So while I am reading, I'm actually going to be doing, when I do the actual tea leaf readings themselves, I'm actually going to be taking my laptop and turning it off to the side. So I won't be looking into the chat at all, just so that I'm not distracted, and that way I can focus on the readings themselves and I'm not looking inadvertently to the chat. So moderators, thank you so much. Okay, so is everyone ready for this evening? I figure we'll be on here for about an hour, no more than that. Is everyone ready to go? Everyone ready for a tea leaf reading? Now, if anyone is watching, if you are interested in having a tea leaf reading tonight, it will be, we can do a quick one for you, no problem. Please just let me know. If you're interested, please may you put, thanks, Nicole. If you would like a quick tea leaf reading tonight, may you please put in the chat just the word question in capital letters. Please don't say anything else. I don't need to know what your question is. The less that I know, the better. It helps to maintain your own confidentiality. So if you are interested in having a tea leaf reading quickly tonight, please just go ahead and put that into the chat right now. And moderators, I will gratefully appreciate your help here if you can sort of keep an eye on that. Cool. Perfect. And Linda, I know you're here in the chat. I know you were one as well. We had spoken before. Perfect. Okay, so I think we have our 3. That was that was quick. That's cool. That's awesome. That's what we want. Oh, there we go. There we go. So Dragonfly, Holistics, and Linda. Okay, you ladies nailed it. I love it. No time for mucking about. We got this quickly. Amazing. And Linda, yeah, thank you, Nicole. That's amazing. I'm just going to increase my Zoom here. So when I do look at the chat, it's not super tiny. I'm very short-sighted, so I can't really see too much without my glasses. So I'm just opening that up a bit more so I can see it a little bit better. And for all my moderators, you know what to do in case if there's any unforeseen issues in the chat, you know what to do. Thank you so much for doing that and taking care of everything. So let's get on. And I was thinking, like last time, how about we just do your readings first, and then we can look at the general weekly reading after that. How's that sound? Sound good? Sound good to you? Oh, I saw a heart fly around, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay. I have the water and have all of your teas ready to go. It takes always a little bit of prep work to get things ready. I need to have Kleenex and all the supplies and all the tea and all the cups and everything. So sorry I was a few minutes late there. That was the reason why. Just getting everything 100% ready to go. Let me just get this ready here. Oh. Okay. Just adding a bit of hot water here to one of the cups. And the first one who said question was Dragonfly. Okay, Dragonfly. Let's do it. So how is everyone? Well, I shouldn't say that. I always like to ask how people are doing, obviously, but then doing readings, I never like to ask. I never should ask, but I hope everyone's doing well. How is it October already? So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. I really appreciate it. Okay, Dragonfly. Okay, everyone, I'm just going to be getting your leaves ready now. Dragonfly, they're almost ready. So mods, you're up. So as soon as I say go, I'm going to turn my computer around, so I won't be seeing the chat at all. So you are in sole control of said chat. I'm just going to push the leaves down to the base a little bit more. I'm just getting the right consistency of liquid tea to leaves. Let's do this. And of course, if you are watching, whether this is live, you're watching live, or whether you're watching this on the replay, if you would like to have a tea leaf reading tonight and you just were not able to, no worries. I actually am, like I said before, if you're just joining now, I am going to be doing the live tea leaf readings on Thursday evenings as well. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you were not able to join tonight live, or whether you just weren't able to have a reading tonight, I am going to be doing this again on Thursday evening. So you're always welcome to join back again on Thursday evening, and we will do our very best over here to read for you then. Okay, moderators, I'm turning the computer around. Oh, and one last thing, technical issues. I don't know why this thing is on portrait, but I will look at that later. I'm looking at that in the background. Okay, laptop is being turned around. I have no visibility of the chat whatsoever right now. I will look back at that in just a few minutes. Okay, let me see here. I'm just checking my phone. I'm using my phone to stream here. Okay. Okay, Dragonfly, I'm just getting yours ready right now. I've already always have said my prayers, my intentions. Everything always comes from the boss. I'm just a messenger, so. I have it here. It's very angled about that. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Turn the cup over, and then what I do is I pick it up and I turn it 3 times, clockwise. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Perfect. And for you ladies having a tea leaf reading tonight, and also if you're watching this in a replay, just so that you are aware, I'm always happy to take pictures of your tea leaf reading and send them to you just for your own reference, because that way you can kind of see what I myself have been looking at during your reading, what your leaves look like. So if you are interested in having pictures of your tea leaf reading, please let me know. And if so, you can always send me, please send me a quick email. And quickly, how about I do that right now? No, I will put my email address in the chat, and I will pin it up to the top, just for your quick reference. Last time I'm looking at the chat for a while, a few minutes anyway. Sarah Adamson. I can spell my name. Okay, so it should have been pinned up at the top. So that is my email address. I've pinned it up at the top of the chat. So you're welcome to send me a quick email there. And I'm happy to reply and send you pictures of your tea leaf reading. So I'm turning the leaf, turning it around again, 100% for sure, for the next few minutes. I have no visibility mods. You're up. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. So, Dragonfly, it looks as though to me, in relation, no, again, whatever your question, whatever information is coming through for you, whether it's in relation to your question and or otherwise, whatever the case is, it looks as though to me that whatever the situation is right now, things are for the most part calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. This is specifically in two main areas of your life. One of them is related to a small idea, a new opportunity that's being contemplated, a new concept of some kind. That's happening very soon, actually. It's related to something that's happening right now that involves likely communication in some way, shape, or form, messages, news, communication arriving in some way. It may even be like electronic, like email or text message or whatever the case may be. But it's a new idea, it's a new concept. There may be four different parts that are associated specifically with this new idea, and it's related to the main event or situation, the main part, the main part or the main hub of your question. It's related to this main event or scenario that is approaching. There's a small space of time before it taking place now, and the entire event happening. Timing is variable, and I don't really know exactly what timing is being indicated here, but it's within a very short period of time that the main event does take place. Aside from that, there may be a situation where there's Cancerian connections involved. Now, I'm absolutely no astrologer or a numerologist. However, there may be some Cancerian connection. So whether that is like the qualities of that sign or someone who is that sign, home and or family, emotions, intuition, healing, things of that nature. And they would be there's a significance regarding that happening very soon, and you are receiving very good things with this. For the most part, the main event or situation looks like there's sort of two aspects or parts to it, almost like a third and two thirds. One third of it is a little bit more defined. You sort of know where you stand a little bit more, things along those lines, but still not having like the full picture. A lot of clarity being needed, but also knowing where you stand at the same time. Conversations, ideas, discussions taking place, especially in a little time, not like right now, but a little bit after. The other two thirds of that main event or situation really do consist more of things being up in the air, things are being decided upon. There's new beginnings that are being shown in here, creativity, things along those lines. Letter E and or L that's involved near the beginning of that whole scenario, as well as messages, news, again, and information. There's communications that are being present in this entire scenario. Again, this does go on for, it does go on to the base. So as a quick reminder, it's now on the way in later in terms of timing. I do it chronologically. That's how myself have always done it. Now on the way in later. So in terms of your situation, it does, or your question, it does go on into the base, the more distant future. Yeah, in the short term, I keep seeing communications, messages, communications arriving. One specifically is related to someone else, I would say. It may involve the house and or home in some aspect or some regard, with open communication between two individuals and independent thought as well. And yeah, things are moving fairly quickly with that. This leads into the base. And actually, this entire scenario does result in a new opportunity, a possible Leo connection or Libran connection. I know that may sound a bit vague, but Leo and or Libran, as well as abundance and prosperity, some kind of new opportunity, a new abundance and prosperity, likely involving money, I would say, which is good. And there's a new opportunity, that's associated with that. All that being said, there's a scenario, event, or situation that does come around near towards the end of the situation. Two different parts or two different scenarios in and of themselves may very well involve travel. If it's travel, there's like a longer trip and a shorter trip, or a more meaningful one and a less meaningful one. And then in the base, it's similar to what I've said, there's a lot up in the air, clarity to be determined, a lot of thoughts and ideas, which is good. It means that there's a lot of thinking and talking involved. Unconditional love, support, loyalty, and commitment. And then we have surprises. So things that we're not supposed to know right now. But that's exciting. It means that things are on the way. There's also, to round that off, there's also the letter B and or R. So the letters B and or R that are involved. Sorry, my phone just did something very strange there. Sorry about that. And that is your tea leaf reading. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm curious to see I'm always curious to see what's happening, but I am curious to see what these surprises are in the base. But it's good. It's positive. Excited. So that's your tea leaf reading. Hope that you enjoyed it. I'm going to mark it off here on the side. I'm going to write everyone's names down on pieces of paper, and I put the cup over off to my side so I know exactly whose cup belongs to whom. So it should be proper. Whom. Okay, I'm going to just turn the computer around so I can check back in. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Thanks for being here. Okay, everyone, so thank you so much for being here. And for being so amazing here in the chat. I'm just quickly catching up with the messages that when I just turned the computer around. Tori, you're back. My other mod. Hey, how are you? You were never late. It's all in divine timing. I love all of you ladies so much. Tori, hope there's world peace. There's a lot of world peace, I think, everywhere that exists. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. You always brighten my night. I'm always so excited. Okay, oh my goodness. Let's go back. I need to check and see. So Holistics, you are up next. So let's read for you really quickly and let's do your next. So Holistics and then Linda. Holistics. Okay, Holistics, you are up next. So mods, I'm going to be turning the computer around so I have no visibility of the chat whatsoever. So thank you so much for doing what you do. It really, again, it just allows me to focus on the readings and not be distracted. And that's a huge help. It's massive. Thank you so much. Okay, so Holistics, I'm just getting your cup ready right now. I'm just putting some water into the cup. Sorry for the angle here of my camera. Yes, so for everyone who joined just a few minutes ago, yeah, I was having more technical issues. I don't know why. It wants me to go into portrait, not landscape. It was fine before, but anyways, at least it's working, so that's the main thing. Okay, so thank you all for being here. So Holistics, you're going to do your reading next, and then Linda is next after that. Yes, and for everyone who always has a reading with me, like in this format, like in a live stream, if you're ever interested in having me send pictures of your tea leaves to you, please just let me know. I'm happy to do that. Just send me a quick email, please, and I will email you back with the pictures of your tea leaves, just for your reference. I like to do that just so that you can see what I'm seeing, but it's completely your choice, obviously. Okay, Holistics. Let's see. Stirring. Just getting your cup ready right now. Okay, here we go. That's good. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to push the tea leaves back down in your cup. Sorry for any background noise. I do go quiet sometimes. Yes, and for whatever reason, if you were not able to have a tea leaf reading tonight and you are interested and you would like to have a quick tea leaf reading here on a live stream, we are going to be back to our normal schedule, assuming everything goes as planned, which I have no idea reason why it wouldn't. We'll go back to our regular schedule this week. So on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m., we're going to be doing audience questions only. tonight I'm making up for this last Thursday when I had to cancel. So general weekly tea leaf reading is coming up in just a few minutes. Okay, holistics. Go. Here is your cup. And I have it upturned. I'm just going to turn it a few times. And get your cup ready here. There we go. Perfect. Let's put that over here for now. It's good. Just letting it drip dry just for a few seconds. This is one thing I always find about tea leaf reading. It's not a quick divination tool. Yes, it is in a way, but it's not quick. There's actually quite a bit of, a fair bit of prep work. I love other divination tools. I love tarot. I love oracle cards. I love pendulums, but I find tea leaf reading, there's you need the water and the tea and the cups and the saucers and the Kleenex or the napkins or serviettes, and there's a few more materials involved, and it does take a bit longer to get everything ready. It's like a 5-minute reading is more like an 8-minute reading in terms of timing, but doing my best here. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Okay, Holistics. I hope that you're ready for your tea leaf reading. Here we go. Thank you so much again for being here. Let's take a look. I would say that in regards to your question, entertainment purposes only, of course, quite a busy time. There's quite a lot of things. Whoops, sorry, my phone is sort of wiggling here in the background. Quite a lot happening. You have you have a few different events or situations taking place right now. In terms of like importance, I would say, like, I use gold, silver, and bronze, precious metals. I use those sort of 3 metals in terms of like signifying importance. So in other words, you have one main event or situation taking place right now that's like gold, like one main one. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 silvers. So you have one main event or situation, you have 4 smaller ones, and then you do have several other much smaller events, actually 5 silvers, and a few other smaller events or situations taking place. So you have a really interesting neat combination between a lot of different situations of more importance taking place right now, where things are calm and clear and quiet and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more, as well as all of these other smaller events or situations which are also taking place. In specifically, I would say there's 2 scenarios, individual things happening right now, aspects happening right now, which are portending or part of more of a they're it's like it's happening right now, but it's actually part of more that's on the way. Something is going to be happening imminently. It's part of something else that's happening imminently is the best way that I can probably describe it. And that is part of a much smaller, very short-term event or situation. Of really clarity and knowing where you stand. And like Dragonfly just a few moments ago, you also have a smaller event or situation that is a new opportunity, it's a new idea, something is being contemplated, something along those lines. It's being contemplated, and at the same time too, however, for you, you also have 2 other opportunities that are also part of that entire situation, and it does look very positive. I'd say it involves creativity in some way, shape, or form, but it is very positive. You do have one main event or situation, which again, also like Dragonfly, whenever there's more than one person you doing a reading, I find there's always commonalities. This is obviously a commonality already. So there's a short period of time between things happening right now and this main event or situation taking place. So it's a quick reminder now, on the way, and later chronologically. That's how I read tea leaves. With your main event or situation, again, for the most part, things are fairly up in the air. There's a lot of clarity needed or clarity being discussed. Thoughts, ideas, interactions, communications, things being decided upon, things along those lines. More of knowing where you stand and yet you don't, almost like more clear ideas are being discussed is probably the best way that I can describe that. There is a partnership that is also being indicated as part of this entire scenario as as it unfolds. And again, we have these two specifically new opportunities that are being shown as part of this whole main event or situation. As we go along a little bit further, specifically near the beginning of this whole scenario, there's also person, place, or thing with the letters 5 and or S involved, and things going quickly, things taking place rather quickly. Quick reminder here for perspective. When we get down to nearer to the base, it does relate or connect to a whole other series of events which do begin, I would say, in the do begin in a little while. I know that's may sound vague, but it begins in a little while with many other individual events or situations. I could count them, but you have many of them. If I had to guess, I would say about 10 or 12 of them taking place. It's good. It's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, about 10 or 12, depending on how you count them. Smaller individual events or situations taking place that do lead to this larger event taking place later on that does involve abundance and prosperity. An open communication, and something to do with a house, a move, a house of some kind. I see a house, so that often means property, location, property in some way, shape, or form. Yep, looks positive. Looks like a good scenario. Yeah. So if you're thinking of moving, I would say it looks promising. Looks very good. Closer to actually in the base itself, this whole main event or situation leads into the base in 2 areas, and in another area at one time with this other event that does take place later on, and you have major surprises on the way. Yes, you know where you stand, and yet you don't at the same time. Thoughts are up in the air, thoughts are being discussed, action, thoughts, ideas being contemplated, discussions being had. With unconditional love, support, loyalty, and commitment are being shown too. That's amazing. As well as this creativity that's also being indicated, as well as open communication, heartfelt communication, specifically involving a young woman. And we do have surprises. Something to do with the home and or family, the house and home, the home and or family, and action forward movement. So I do hope that was helpful for you, and I do hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you are interested in me sending pictures, please let me know. I'm just always I'm just always curious to see what is coming through in the leaves, and I'm curious to see what this is going to be for you. But there's a forward movement on the way for you, and it looks to be significant, but it's a surprise. We're not supposed to know what it is right now. So thank you so much. I hope that was helpful for you. Okay, I'm going to very quickly come back and check on the chat. Just getting Linda's paper ready. Okay. And thank you everyone for being here and for being so amazing. I appreciate you all. Okay, I'm just catching up on the chat here a little bit. Yeah, because I'm turning the laptop away because with my beautiful mods in the chat, I'm able to focus on that and not be distracted when I'm doing the tea leaf reading, because doing both at the same time, last week I just found it just was not working. So thank you so much. I'm just catching up. This is why I like to do lives, like to chat with everyone. So this is why I want to chat. Okay, so you ladies are amazing. Michelle, thank you so much. I hope that you're enjoying it. And Tori, thank you. You are doing a good job. MM Holistics, thank you so much. I will definitely send pics. If you may please send me a quick email. I did pin my email address at the top of the chat. If you could quickly send me an email whenever you're available, I will take pictures and email them over to you. And I'm happy to do that. Okay. All right, ladies, how is everyone doing? Linda, you are up next for your reading. Just going to get your leaves ready right now. And I saw a comment about world peace. Yes, that's what we're aiming for. We are aiming for world peace for sure. Okay, get a plate over here. Plate here. And again, it's a quick reminder, if you are just joining now or if you're watching this in the replay, again, I'm always happy to read for you. If I can't get to your reading tonight for whatever reason, you're welcome to join our next live stream on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All times are in Eastern Standard Time. And I will be more than happy to read for you if hopefully we can get to your question. And if not, we'll be doing this weekly from now on for as long as we possibly can. So I'm always happy to offer my best here to help you. That's why we're all here, in my opinion. We're all here to help each other. Okay. Okay, Linda, this is your tea leaf reading. Just getting your leaves ready right now. So in case anyone is wondering what I'm doing, I'm putting the hot water into the cup, and I'm just using high tech here. I'm using a Kleenex, and I'm just very gently, ever so gently straining the liquid. I just find that it's in this situation anyway, it's a very convenient and easy way to get the right amount of consistency of the leaves and liquid tea. Once I was doing a group tea leaf reading, this was several years ago, and that's when it came to me at the time, and I've been doing it ever since. Oregon, that is cool. Firewater by Design. Thank you so much for being here. Jennifer, hey, thanks so much for being here. I love all of you. If I'm not replying to all of your messages in real time, it's because, like I've said, I have amazing mods here. And we've all sort of come to the decision that when I'm doing the readings, the actual readings, I'm turning my laptop away. I don't have messages on my phone of the live chat. That way I'm not being distracted. And also I can turn the laptop away because I do have it here on my left. And that way I can see the chat better. But if I'm not responding to you, that's why I have an awesome mods here, and they're taking care of that and making sure that everyone is comfortable and making sure everyone feels welcome as they are, and making sure everything is running so beautifully and so smoothly. And that allows me to read for all of you as easily as possible, as well as possible, without having distractions of trying to make sure everything is going smoothly in the chat. So thank you so much. It warms my heart to see all of you here. Okay. I'm now turning the laptop away so I won't see it. Okay, Linda, this is your tea leaf reading. I'm going to put the plate here on top. Flip it over, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to turn it 3 times, 3 or 4 times, usually 3 times, sometimes 4 times, whatever I feel guided to. I'm going to turn that around a few times. There we go. Also, I was also wondering, I should probably say this later when I'm looking at the chat, but I was thinking or wondering of doing something extra special for Halloween. Divination, of course, you have to do something special. I love the Celtic tradition. If any of you know me at all, you're like, oh, she's totally into that, and I am. So in the Celtic tradition, the old British Western tradition is called Samhain. It's pronounced Samhain, but it's spelled Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain, which means summer's end. So I was thinking of doing something special for Samhain. What do you think? I know some of you may be doing trick-or-treating or giving out trick-or-treat candy, but maybe we could do something special for Samhain, even if it is not on the 31st. I mean, our calendars have been differentiated anyway, but we won't go into that. But I'm happy to do something like for that holiday, and I think that would just be so much fun to do. So if you are interested and would like to do something, please let me know. We can sort something out. A few years ago, I did specifically, it's a long story, but I did do divination in a group sort of setting on Halloween, Samhain itself, and it was so much fun. I loved it. So if you're interested, please let me know. We'll figure something out. Okay. So, Linda, here is your tea leaf reading. Okay, let's see. Quick reminder, it's chronological. That's how I myself read tea leaves. Now, on the way, and later. Wow, you're busy. Linda, oh my gosh, you are one busy girl. I would say in terms of importance or significance, you have one, two, one. Just counting here. Two, four, five. Yeah, you have five events or situations taking place right now, which are fairly significant in and of themselves. You have, like, in terms of importance, you have like one gold and four silver in terms of importance. One main one, four smaller ones, and then several other smaller ones. So just like for the previous reading for Holistics, similar situation to that, um, taking place right now for the most part. And for the larger events, it's a situation where things are calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that end, or you want things to get moving a little bit more. There's likely a Scorpio connection involved in some way, shape, or form. I know we're in Libra right now, but there's a Scorpio connection in some way, shape, or form taking place in, like, right now. It may be involved in paperwork or contracts, documents of some kind. It may not be completely evident. You may or may not know it right now. But from what I'm seeing, it's involving some kind of unconventional stability. Yeah. And it's like you're seeing sort of two different parts of it, or almost half of it, but the other half is on the way. It is a bit of a matter of perspective, but it looks like to me anyway, it looks all very positive, entertainment purposes only, of course, but it does look very positive, and that you are going to be receiving some goodness with that as well. You do have one main event or situation, so it looks to me as though you're going to sort of know where you stand, and yet you don't at the same time. And it does look like that the main event or situation is mostly comprised of that. One part of it that does extend for the full term or the full amount of this main event consists more of things up, actually two parts, one main one and one smaller one, of things more up in the air, conversations, discussions, things being discussed. But yeah, yes, definitely a situation where for the most part you know where you're standing, yet you don't at the same time. Action, momentum, things taking place rather quickly near the start of this whole main event. It does look positive though. And this new idea, this new concept that's being contemplated with a lot of unconditional love, support, loyalty, and commitment. Abundance and prosperity also being indicated near the beginning of this whole event. Letter H. A spiritual sacredness, energy that's involved in this whole scenario. There also may be a number 7 specifically that's involved. I'm no numerologist or astrologer. But essentially, yeah, there's surprises throughout this whole event. Quite a few, so like a lot of surprises. Most of it is comprised of surprises. You also have the letter H with communications arriving to you, likely receiving 4 different things specifically coming to you, like 4 different things tangibly coming to you. But it is a very loving and harmonious scenario, and you are receiving good communications, and it looks quite positive. It looks quite good. No smooching from what I can see, but it does look like a very good scenario where you are receiving a lot of positive news. This whole concept of knowing where you stand and yet you don't at the same time, along with stability and partnerships, and this whole this theme of change, that looks like that continues for the most part during this entire scenario. The main event or situation, oh, you may hear some noises, or my dog Bree came up to say hi. Hi, honeybee. She's a 2.5-year-old chocolate lab, and she just came over to say hi. Hi, Bee. Her name is Bree, but I call her Bee sometimes, like a little bee. She's cute. Okay, sorry about that. She came over to say hi. Okay, so additionally, Linda, just like Holistics, you do have these several smaller events or situations taking place in a little while. I wish it could be more definitive in terms of timing, but that's what I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. About 15 of them, very small, insignificant in and of themselves, for the most part. However, they do lead to an event or situation taking place later on that does involve changes or new opportunities, loving a loving energy, changes and beginnings, and oh my goodness, and in the base, not supposed to know a lot. That's the short version. Oh my goodness, there may potentially be a Scottish connection or a nurturing connection in some way, shape, or form with positive news, but for the most part, oh my goodness, not supposed to know too much. Letter D, person, place, or thing, likely related to a person. And essentially, it looks like there's, again, a lot of communication, but from that one main event or situation being shown in the base, from that comes opportunities, and then from that is related to the letter D and communications and family and the house and home and new opportunities and partnerships. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm very curious, as I always am. Wow, that's very intriguing to me. So Linda, I hope that was helpful for you. And if you'd like me to send you pictures of your tea leaves, please do let me know. You can send me a quick email and I will send them over to you just as soon as I can. And like I do, like I try and do for every week for the general weekly tea leaf readings here, I will take pictures of the leaves tonight and I will post them on my community tab. And please do check my community tab if you're interested because I am posting more updates there regularly. Just checking back in the chat. Okay, my laptop back up and I am expanding it so I'm zooming in so I can actually see me and my short-sightedness because I like to check the chat. This is why I love doing this, because we all get to communicate. Just catching up. Love to just be in a room. We could all just chat and hang out. But that's sort of like we're doing the next best thing. But I can't wait till we do it all in person. Oh, Firewater. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, that's still on the way for Bryce's channel. Yeah, it's in progress. It is. We're working on it. It sounds like fun. It sounds interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. Thank you. I'm just catching up in the chat. Nicole, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are. Bryce and I are trying to figure out our next video. We're working on that. Just timing and not feeling well, and on my part, especially lately. So, yeah, we're just trying to figure out when we can do it again. For sure. Oh, Vanya, thank you so much. It is a neat name. Oh, thank you, Linda. I'm so happy that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading. Ladies, I love you all so much. This is so much fun. Okay, so, oh my goodness, what? Oh, my mods, I love you all so much. Okay, so how's everyone doing? Is everyone still hanging in there? All right, everyone, how are we doing? Are we ready to go ahead and do the weekly reading? So let's go ahead and get ourselves all ready and get the general tea leaf reading going for this week. So ladies, thank you so much for agreeing, for giving me the privilege and honor to read for you this evening. I love doing this. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. So much fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the general tea leaf reading for the week. And I'm going to aim to have this live posted hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try my best and get it done tomorrow. Yeah, I've just really, nothing's wrong. I've just been sort of put back, nothing major with health. It's just little things here and there. And I've just have been delayed for almost a week now. So hence the delay. Just getting myself caught up as fast as I possibly can. I'm also taking time out for self-care, and being a Leo like I am, sitting still is not easy at all. But I'm sort of having to force myself to do it so I can rest as fast as possible, get better as quickly as I can. Okay, everyone, let's get on with this general tea leaf reading for the week. Okay. I'm just going to push the leaves down into the base. Sorry for any sound effects here in the background. Out of curiosity, I'm just have the chat open here a little bit here on my end, just so I can quickly see some of the comments in real time. before I start reading, because once I start reading, I'm not going to be looking at the laptop at the comments at all. Helps me to focus, so that you can have the best tea leaf reading, so that you yourself can have the best experience from this reading as well. That's why I'm doing this. So my mods are invaluable. And thank you so much for all for keeping the chat positive and amazing. Yes, and it'd be fun to figure out what we can do, something special for Samhain. That'd be really fun. Some special tea leaf reading or something. That'd be really cool. Go. Consistency is right. I'm going to be flipping this over just over to my side in case I decide to not flip it over correctly and it sort of spills a little bit. So, 2, 3, which is what it just did. I'm using a different mug for this one. It doesn't quite sit firmly on the plate, so I figured it would spill a little bit, and it did. Just turning the cup here. I'm just curious, has anyone ever had a tea leaf reading? For those of you who are familiar with this channel, you know that I've been doing tea leaf readings here on this channel for almost a year now. And I've been doing tea leaf readings for clients for a better part of 13 years. Actually, almost going on 13 and a half years. Tea leaf reading is really unique. I'm always curious if you've ever had a tea leaf reading before, or how you've heard of my channel at all. I'm always curious to see where everyone is from, how you heard of me. It's always really cool to know those things. Okay, here we go. Thank you, mods. I love you. Okay. Okay, here. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it, Tori. Okay, let's do it. I'm turning the laptop around officially again. I am not looking at it at all. Let's look and see what the universe would like us to know for the rest of this week. Again, I read chronologically, so in our case, for this time, for this reading, yeah, okay. Whoa, sort of there's a mirror there. Think mirror. Okay, so how I myself read again is chronologically, so it's now, on the way, and later. Rim is a present situation, sides are on the way. Base is more of the distant future. So in terms of this reading for this week, the rim is Monday, sides are from like Monday onwards. The base is around like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, let's do this. Making sure my ring light's turned up. It just flickered a little bit there. I don't know if you saw it, but it did flicker just a little bit. So making sure it's okay. Well, this is curious. Okay, so it looks like the beginning of this week, whenever there's more than one person present, again, whenever there's a group reading, I find whether it's tea leaf reading or psychic medium readings, there's almost like like the divination reading, there's a commonality. There's always a theme in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, I mean, one of the themes so far, it seems like, and for this week as well, is the beginning of the week, like today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. From Monday onwards, it looks like there was 1, 2, 3, 4 main events or situations happening right now, or happening as of yesterday, where things were calm and clear and quiet, and that was good, and we were happy with that, and or we wanted things to get moving a little bit more. That was in 4 main areas, and there was a couple smaller areas where that was also true, but 4 main areas, and that was like, for the most part, that was the case. Sorry, didn't show you the tea leaves. So these are the tea leaves here for this week. So as always, we do have that one main event or situation, which I'll point out again in just a moment. Okay. So this is the main event or situation here. This is the hub here. This is the main event. most part, it looks as though it's comprised of essentially two different parts, three different parts, two different parts. There's a small area at the beginning of, like, yeah, as of yesterday, so probably concluding like tonight or maybe at the very latest tomorrow, where of a small situation that's involved in this whole scenario where we know where we stand and yet we don't at the same time. This specifically is in one, two, three, four, five, I would say, aspects or scenarios specifically. And in those scenarios, it's a case of like, it's a matter of like surprises. We know where we stand and yet we don't. We know what is in front of us. We know where we stand and yet we don't at the same time. It's comprised of a lot of surprises. It all begins as well. It all begins with open communication. Now, this could be between two people. It could be open communication between two individuals, but however, I would more likely say, there was working some connection with the house. So you're thinking of moving, looking at properties online. If you weren't doing that, then doing computer work, doing researching, but something most likely to do with property in some way. It was a new opportunity that's almost ready, but still being contemplated. Almost ready, but still being contemplated. And yeah, that was happening just yesterday or still taking place right now. It looks to be positive, though. It looks good. It looks like it's a good scenario. It's sort of working itself out. But it's also related to abundance and prosperity that it still looks like it's sort of in the beginning phases of getting things organized, sorted out in whatever way, shape, or form that is. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. But this is abundance and prosperity. And it involves specifically working with, making sure I'm not using any hand gestures that are in. Anyways, so it involves three different people or three different aspects or three different parties, but involves the number three in some way, shape, or form. Three different people, whatever the case is, but involves three of them. There's some kind of new opportunity that's being created or it comes around as a result of this abundance and prosperity. But again, just as a reminder, it's still sorting itself out. It's still acclimatizing. It's still forming, but it's present, and that's amazing. This does involve taking some time out for our own self-care, though. So as amazing as it really is, quick reminder, take what you will, leave what you don't, obviously, but a quick reminder to just take a breath, sit down for a while, rest and relax. I have been doing that myself, as hard as that is. Yeah, something to do with property, something to do with the house and or home, property, moving location, some connection with that. If you were looking at a place or looking online at a place or looking at properties or thinking of moving within very short order, from what I'm seeing, if this is relating to you, then it looks like it starts to form more clearly, more solidly, becomes more real, for lack of a better word or phrase, very, very quickly. And it looks positive. Messages, communications arriving by air. So again, that's electronics, communications, text, phone, call, email, things along those lines. There's a Cancerian connection that's likely involved in some way, shape, or form. Now, whether that's simply because this is about the home and or family, could simply be about that. It could be someone who is that sign, the other qualities of that sign. I'm no astrologer, but saying that in case that resonates with you. But there's something about this house and her home. I keep seeing, I've seen three houses so far in the very short term. So there's something afoot for some of us. This is somehow this is for some of us. I've seen it three times in this short space. So looks positive and interesting as well. Yeah, creativity, creating new things, new creative projects, moving forward really without being inhibited. Forward movement involves the letter E in some way, shape, or form, as well as a reminder that the angels are always around us. You can always ask them for help. The letter J as well. So J and or E, person, place, or thing. Receiving good things. Yes, receiving good things, but and it's like it's just about ready, but not quite ready yet, but just about ready, that kind of feeling. But receiving good things for sure. Most of this event, it looks like it's just again started around uh, last night, maybe today. Again, generally speaking, not to sound repetitive, things up in the air quite a bit. A lot of conversations, discussions, things along those lines. Person, place, or thing with the letter L looks like it's very positive and happy. We also have the letter J and action, momentum, nothing holding us back. There's this speed, this momentum that's taking place early this week, like maybe even now, like Tuesday. Looks positive. There also may be a Sagittarius connection as well. So it's like the visionary, the philosopher, the thinker, things along those lines. But this forward movement. L and J. Moving forward a little bit here. Open communication between two individuals. One has the letter S and or the number 5. I would say like the letter S in their name. And one of them is really has some connection with books or learning, education in some way, shape, or form. In some way. But this all has to do with some kind of letter 5, number 5. Is there 5 in there? No, sorry, I take that back. But there's positive communications regarding this, specifically the one with the letter S or 5 involved with that individual, and it's likely non-home or family related. The communications. Okay, going on further a little bit here. It's a loving. There's a heart in here. There's a loving scenario. It's a loving scenario. It looks like it's positive. Open communications between two individuals, and it looks positive. Looks good. There's a happy face there. Person, place, or thing with the letter M that's involved. Letter M, as well as 5. Sorry, letter E. It's not clear, however, but I say that because it may not make sense to us at that time. However, there is abundance and prosperity that is being shown in here. There's a lovely tree. It's just that it's not clear, so it may not be obvious to us when it is taking place, but it is there. It's almost like if we look deeper or look further, then it's like, oh, now I see it, that kind of scenario. And it's related to this loving, harmonious communications, loving, harmonious scenario that involves someone else. Again, a reminder that the angels are around us. Always ask them for help. Divine help. I always ask for divine help. That's just me. So now looking at around, yeah, I keep, not to be repetitive, I may not say it again, I probably will though, but not to be repetitive, I keep seeing open communication between two individuals. I keep seeing it. So that's very apparent. This momentum, things taking place rather quickly, this action, this momentum, things going quickly. Possible Sagittarius connection yet again around Wednesday, I would say approximately. And then we have a small surprise that involves a small conclusion involving someone. There's a person, place, or thing, likely a person involved in that situation. But this whole scenario is very intriguing, a bit far-ranging in and of itself. Letter E is involved, momentum. So things going forward quite easily. It is abundant. It is positive. It helps to create a new opportunity. Helps to create a new opportunity, that's being contemplated around Wednesday approximately. That involves the letter N and H. N and H. Open communication, smooching or not, probably along the lines of smooching, I'm going to say, and the number 7. So someone who like sacred, spiritual, universal, godly influence in some way, shape, or form. And this like burgeoning creativity. So something is being planted. It's almost like we've planted a seed and now we're beginning to see it grow. So it's forming beautifully. Specifically regarding the letter N that I just saw. Okay. Going on a bit further, person, place, or thing with the letter J that's involved. Again, I'm going to be repetitive. Two people are openly communicating regarding that. No smooching. You have free will. I'm just saying. From what I'm seeing, there's no smooching. Not with the letter J, anyway. Letter L, person, place, or thing, as well as forward movement. Looking at around Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, there's probably some smooching going on. In another scenario, there's probably smooching. We have abundance and prosperity regarding some kind of communication arriving, some kind of communication arriving to us. Messages, news, information, communications coming towards us that we're receiving. Bit of a surprise though, but it is positive. There's reassurance regarding this, and it also there's likely a Sagittarius connection involved in some way, shape, or form. Letter S as well, potentially. Now, it may also be related to a partnership, potentially. I'm saying that in case it may make sense to you yourself. If so, it looks like it's forming, but just not quite ready yet. This has to do with a new opportunity that's sizable in and of itself, that is related to the main event or situation that's also taking place. This is again around Thursday. Again, we have a letter N, person, place, or thing. That involves taking some, like meditating, taking some time. When I say take time out for your own self-care or our own self-care, by that I mean whatever that is. Meditating, going for a walk, going within, whatever the case is, but connecting with yourself, connecting with source. Yoga, whatever the case is, but connect that connection, that self-connection, and the connection that we have to the universe by whatever name or names you wish to use. In my opinion. Letter W, person, place, or thing. 3 as well. No numerologist here, but I would say that has to do like working with the Trinity, working with other people, partnerships, and there's some kind of creativity. There's a creativity inclination or aspect that's involved with that scenario specifically. And as well as it being creative, there's also this loving, nurturing, caring, guardianship aspect that's also involved. It's a very, very nice, loving, and gentle scenario. This is happening around Thursday. Letters V, L, and W are involved, and N. A lot of letters, people, places, or things. So I go quiet sometimes. I'm just looking, focusing. New creative project around Thursday, heading into Friday, Thursday, approximately. It looks like that's a result of a small opportunity it's small in and of itself, but it's intriguing. It's related to an opportunity that results from a smaller situation that I just cannot quite ascertain the details of, but it does look like it has something to do with lineage in some way, shape, or form. Now, whether that would be work related or like it's coming down from the top, or whether that's family related, I don't know, but it's like receiving something from a lineage in some way, shape, or form. It looks positive. There's a happy face there, so that's good. Person, place, or thing with letter V, and there's abundance and prosperity related to that. Letter N again. Number 4 to me means angels and or security, safety, stability. No, not a numerologist. But it looks good. And then by around Thursday, approximately heading into Friday, that's when things sort of become more up in the air. There's more thoughts, words, and discussions that are being had, that are taking place. We do have the letter M, person, place, or thing, that's involved with the letter W and E, and it looks positive. It looks really good. Okay, around the sides, I mean, my goodness. I mean, this seems to be a theme where like almost halfway down the cup, we have several smaller events or situations taking place, which are not significant rather in and of themselves, but they are all happening sort of at around the same time, same level of small importance, and they all result in another larger event or scenario taking place later on. I think everyone's cup had that. I think so. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So that's very, very synchronistic. And there's many of them. I can count if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, maybe 13, 14, 15. There's like 22 or 23 of them, to be honest. So small in and of themselves, happening around approximately Wednesday. 2 of them begin like yesterday, but for the most part, they begin like tomorrow. Thinking like behind and ahead at the same time, but yes, happening around tomorrow, taking place, and then they all converge around Thursday or Friday with a significant event, mostly comprised of a lot of thinking and talking, knowing where we stand, and yet we don't at the same time. The main event or situation does lead into the base, which is like this Friday and Saturday and Sunday, heading into next week. Much of the same. We do have a big surprise in the base. You can see there. Do have some liquid tea that sort of snuck in there, but you can see the large event here, this large grouping right there, and that is a very large surprise that is taking place that we're just essentially not supposed to know all the details about. But it looks good. I'm always excited when I see layouts like that because it just means that there's a big surprise on the way. I can say that it does involve open communication between 2 individuals. Now, if it's not that, then it is like this researching, this learning, this inquisitiveness, the sacredness, a spiritual aspect to that in some way, shape, or form. Reassurance also related to that. Letter F and J is related to that as well. Possibly number 5. 5 for me means change. That's just what it means to me. Open communication between 2 individuals. That looks like it's positive and related to a partnership in some way, shape, or form. That is a result of this main event. This whole event, there's a big tree here. So it's very abundant. It looks very positive. In and of itself, it's a tree, but it's also comprised of about 2 or 3 different other trees, I would say. Actually, 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, you could say 3, 4. Whatever this is related to, it looks very abundant. It looks very, very positive. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say it's really comprised of about 5 different trees. 1, 2, 3. You can tell I'm get excited when I start counting, but it's true. I find this incredibly interesting. So whatever this abundance and prosperity is related to or regarding, it's very good. There are very well maybe about 4 or 5 different aspects to it, related to it, that it is comprised of, but it looks really good. Should say and, not but it is very positive. We also have N, letter N involved as well, person, place, or thing. Reassurance. Letter Y, so lots of letters, as well as someone who is a helpful individual with a prominent nose, smiling with prominent eyes as well. So we have a helpful individual in here. I'm saying this in case it may make sense to you. There also may be a native, like an indigenous connection with that as well in some way, shape, or form, and some kind of positive creativity, creating new things, new creative projects, things along those lines, as well as a lot of love, unconditional love, support, loyalty, and commitment. So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting week and a very interesting weekend heading into next week, full of abundance and prosperity. Some things up in the air, but for the most part, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So I hope that you enjoyed that tea leaf reading. Thank you so much for staying here and tuning in that long. I'm going to take some pictures of those tea leaves. I'm going to post them probably at this point in time tomorrow. in the, on my community tab rather. Oh my goodness, everyone, we did it. We did it. We got through everything. This is amazing. I'm just checking in the chat again to catch myself up a little bit more. But we did it, everyone. Yay. Oh, everyone, you're all so sweet. Oh my goodness, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Dragonfly. Everyone, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules. I know it's a Tuesday evening. This was a little, not impromptu, but usually we do it on Monday evenings. But thank you so much for taking time out and being here. I love you all. This is amazing. Okay. Now, is everyone okay? Is everyone, hope that reading was resonated with you in some level and that it was helpful for you? Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you, Dragonfly. Thank you, Tori. Thank you. Thank you for your help in making sure the chat was behaving itself. And for everyone who is chatting with the best of intentions, I thank you all so, so much. I genuinely, genuinely appreciate it. Dragonfly, yeah. My mom, yeah, my mom is kind of popular. Everyone loves mom. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much. Well, I don't want to keep all of you here as I scroll back through the chat, but I can take a quick look at that a little bit later. But just wanted to quickly get caught up here on my end. But thank you all so, so much for being here and for all of your sweet comments. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Veronica. I'm so happy that that you found it to be uplifting. That's why I'm doing this. And thank you, Nicole, for your comment there. This is why I'm doing this, because it does me no good to just sit here and not share the tea leaf readings. I want to do this and help other people. It may be seemingly small, but it's my way of offering some help. And my whole point is, let's just get on with things. Let's just focus on ourselves and live our lives and get on with things, essentially. And if tea leaf reading can help, if these readings can help in some way, shape, or form, even one individual, then mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. So yes, Dragonfly, we'll definitely be back here again on Thursday. I'm going to put that placeholder video in there likely later this evening. If I don't do it again tonight, I'll get it done tomorrow. And I have a new thumbnail there that I'm going to be putting in there. So that's Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if anyone was here and did not have your reading tonight and you would like to have a reading, please tune back in again here on Thursday. And you can have we'll try and get you in and have a tea leaf reading on Thursday evening, especially because it's October. It's fun. It's divination month, kind of in my mind anyway. Oh my goodness. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I genuinely appreciate all of you. Do you have any questions for me before we hop off the call? I know Bree's being here. She's really quiet. She's really being cozy. It's been really good. Veronica, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. Thank you. That's amazing. I'm so happy that you enjoyed this. Okay, everyone. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you, MM Holistics. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Cool. Well, if everyone is all set, how about we call it a night and go get some rest? Like God was telling us through the tea leaves, we need our rest apparently this week, which is I think always a good idea anyway, to pace ourselves. Okay, everyone's all set. Okay. Well, then let's wrap it up for this evening, and we can all meet back again here on Thursday evening. Again, I'm going to put that placeholder, call it a placeholder, but that placeholder video up for Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll meet back again here on Thursday evening. Evening for me, Veronica. I know for you it's gonna be like Friday, but Thursday here. Veronica, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, tea leaf reading it's not very well known. I find it so intriguing, but it's something that's just really not very well known, and I just love it. I've been doing this now for a long time, and there's not many tea leaf readers that I know of. I don't even know if I myself have ever read if I have ever met another tea leaf reader myself. So not many people in my experience read tea leaves. So that's really cool. But I find that it is often, my grandmother did it as well. She did not teach me. She sadly passed away when I was quite young, but she actually had a tea leaf reading herself. It was quite interesting. But I find that it is often the older female members of families who do read tea leaves, and that's sort of where it comes down from. So I have heard that before. So that's really cool. Thank you, Tori. Thank you, Nicole. Good night, ladies. Thank you so much to all my amazing moderators for being so amazing. I love you all. Have an amazing night. So let's wrap this up for tonight, and we'll see everyone back here again on Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. And remember to bring your question with you. I will do my very best to read for you that evening. Love you all so much. Take great care of yourselves. Have a great couple nights, and we'll see you back again here in about 2 nights' time. Love you. Bye.